I thought, you know, this is very much like a ballroom dance. Now, for my slides.
You want all of them or start at the...
Yeah, we'll just start at the beginning.
Okay. Hold on. It's coming.
That's no problem.
There we go.
Okay, so here we are again. So I say, live by the Spirit, you'll not gratify the desire of sinful nature. The sinful nature desires what's contrary to Spirit, Spirit's what's contrary to sinful nature. They're in conflict with each other, so you don't know, you don't do what you want. But if you are led by the Spirit, you are not under the law. The acts of sinful nature are obvious. I guess we can go. I didn't realize I had so much. Now here we are. Since we live by the Spirit, let us keep in step by the Spirit. Think about the ballroom dance. I was watching somebody do some ballroom dancing one day, and I thought, this is a perfect picture of staying in step with the Spirit. Because what happens when you do a ballroom dance? Well, I'll tell you what, my husband is no more a dancer than the man in the moon, so I'm not sure how much experience I have on this. Nonetheless, the person who's leading, the Spirit, person who's leading is the guide in ballroom dancing. The guide guides. And the man does it a number of ways. He's got his hand on the back of the woman, and that hand is giving directions, to nudges to her back, like go this way, come this way. So you're sensing by the pressure of the hand and the direction of the hand on the back exactly where you should go. Same thing with this hand. Okay, we're going to come back. You go, you know, this way. So there's directions through the hand, as well as, of course, the body. There's a sense of, you know, the Spirit's going this way, the body's going this way. You have to keep in touch. And ballroom dancing is incredibly beautiful. Take this next one. Look at, go back one, excuse me. Can you do that? Look at how big a step he's taking. Like when you take a big step, and she's got a pretty big one for a woman, but he's got a huge one. You know when, okay, is it time for a big step? Is it time for a little step? All right. Is it a little move? Is it a big move? How much do I say here? How much do I not say? you have a sense of the Spirit, exactly how far you should go. Okay, next one now. Now, this is a ballroom in Europe. And I found this picture, and I absolutely love this picture. I had seen this, and I had an interesting thing happen. I saw one of my alumni, a gal who really loves the Lord, and she met me one time when I was speaking someplace, and she said, Dr. T, she said, I had a dream the other night that I think is really significant. She said, it was odd though. She said, I was in a ballroom. And I thought to myself, that's interesting, because I'd just been meditating on all of this. She said, I was in a ballroom. And she said, I had a problem because the Lord wanted to dance with me in the ballroom. But my ballroom had furniture in it. She said, as a matter of fact, my ballroom was full of furniture. It was like a whole living room setting. It had a carpet. It had lamps and chairs and a whole living room setup. And I said to the Lord she said, in my dream, the Lord came in and said to me, let's dance. And I said, where should we do it? And he said, well, this is your ballroom. And she said, well, I mean, I think we're going to bump into things. And he said, right, you better clear up your ballroom. And she said, what do you think that means? And she said, after I talked to her about it for a while, she said, that's interesting, because I was talking about some of this. She said, I feel like the Lord said, it's not bad that you have furniture, it just shouldn't be in your ballroom. It should be in the living room. Your ballroom is for dancing. And you need to have space to dance. Now notice the furniture in here. There is furniture, but look where it is. Up against the side. So that it's not at all in the way of what the Spirit wants to do, of what the dancing becomes. And I believe that all of us, when we sit in the Holy of Holies, we're going to go back to this morning, when we sit in the Holy of Holies and we're in His presence, and we are at His right hand, that's our ballroom. And we need time and space to hear from Him and to see, what is He doing? What is He saying? And where is He going? What steps is He taking? Are you getting me here? And when we hear that, then we can hear, here's what I want you to do, and here's what I want you to do, and there's what I want you to do, and here's what you do, and here's what you do. And by the way, it's all going to be different. Because He's going to speak, we all have different giftings, and we're all made to do certain things, but not what the other person's doing. So you can't look at somebody else and say, well, they're just so beneficial for the kingdom, I think I'll start doing that. No. You do what God tells you to do. And I believe in these last days, instead of man-made programs, and by the way, I don't know, not all of this is bad. I'm not saying throw out everything, but I am saying that man-made programs aren't cutting it entirely. They're not accomplishing everything God wants done.
No, they're not.
So we need to just say more often than not, God, what do you want me to do now? What do you want me to do at this moment? What am I supposed to handle? So that we end up being precisely on time for exactly what it is that God wants us to do.